Okay guys, so I stopped around step 3 in my last video, um, and what I want to do is to show you guys what I've been doing versus trying to show you exactly how to do it, because that's going to take forever to try to show you exactly what I'm doing on screen, versus doing it and then going back and kind of showing you what I did. So this is the version that you guys saw inside of the last video. I actually went and redid it, completely started from scratch and just redid it. So this is where I'm at right now, because I took my time with this one. And so just to show you the difference, here it's kind of janky looking, kind of scary looking, some of like the hands and stuff like that. You can't really tell where the bodice is. The hair is a little wonky. And so I wanted to go back through and really practice and work on some of this stuff. So I really used my pen tool to be able to edit this, especially the hair. What I did was I made a bigger object and then I zoomed in, and I'll show you. Let me pull up my hair. So you can see all of the pin marks here. I started literally just like sculpting around where I was pulling it back, creating different pin marks here just to help create these shapes. So that way it's set up like that, versus just trying to like draw around it or erasing or anything like that. I really just took the time to do that. And then even down here, other parts, let's see. You can see how many layers I have going on right here. So even like her scales, like there, I copy and pasted a lot of that kind of stuff. And here I created a bigger shape and then used the pen tool to basically fit it into the lines. So there's that. So when it's talking about in step 3 to do a thicker brush for the transparency panel and to set the blending mode to multiply. So this is something you're going to do a lot of. So I want to show you how that works. If you come up here, right here's the transparency tool. If you don't see it looking like this, you need to go to Window, Workspace, Essentials Classic. You can also reset Essentials Classic so that it puts it all in line for you. But right here on the transparency mode, oh, there you go. You can set up your gradient, you can work on a stroke, and then you can do transparency. And so you can set it to different modes here. And so they're wanting to set it to multiply and then your opacity to whatever they're asking. They're also going to ask you to just do watercolor brushes. So again, that's over here on brushes. And then library, artistic, watercolor. So that you have all those. You're going to use several of those for this. And so a lot of the stuff is just shadowing. So it's using the brushes that they tell you to create shadows. It will look weird up close. Like if I start zooming in, face looks kind of, wonky. But whenever I zoom out, you can't tell as much. Like it just has the shading. So there's that. They're saying to change the opacity and the weight. So what I did with mine was I double clicked on like the outlines here. You can see like that. And I was able to go and change the color on some of them. I changed the line thickness on some of them just to add a little bit more dimension in there. Same thing with the adding different shadows for step 4. You can see on mine, I have different layers for that. So like I have some, let me see, I have like her makeup layer, her blush layer, shadows. This one should be labeled as highlights. Like I have it all on different layers so that it doesn't get messed up, so that I don't accidentally go over anything that I'm not supposed to go over. Also, on this one's where you go and create the scales. I just created that with a pen tool, made it one shape the way I liked, and then I copy and pasted a crap ton on here. You can see it through, hold on, let me zoom in, all these little shapes. Literally just, I think I either used a pen or the pencil tool, made a shape that I liked. Yeah. Just made a shape that I like and then copy and pasted. And whenever I had a section of ones that I liked, I then created those and copy and pasted those. So that's how you get the little scales. Highlights to the lightened areas. So that's for strokes to make them expressive. So that's changing it to white and using the soft light. So the soft light, again, is going to be over here with the transparency. And then right, where is that? Right there, soft light. So I suck at using the pencil tool for highlights. Some of you guys may be able to do that better than me. I tried a couple here just to try it out. And you can kind of see in here where I did one along her face line. That's the only one that I've kept really up to date. And that one actually should be on top. I don't know why it's not. So, I need to go back in and figure that one out. Looks like the layer just got moved down. So they did some stuff with like making it blue on here. Excuse me, to create some reflections. I haven't done that part yet. But I need to just go back and add in a little blue reflection. The eyes, this is where, again, if you're super artistic, you're going to do great at this. If you're not, just do your best. I'm not grading on it being perfect. This is as good as I did with my eye makeup. And then I added in some freckles. I made the freckles different sizes so that it didn't look all like the same shape. Drawing patterns. So again, I made one shape that I like and then copy and pasted all the way down. And then I did the lines that they're talking about in the yellow. And then for the pencil tool and being able to unite with the gradient, that one's actually kind of tricky. So I'm going to show you what I did there. Let's see. Yep. Okay, so for these, so you can see I have like a whole section here. I made this pattern of scales where I just created one and then made them different sizes. And then I copy and pasted it as chunks. But how I did that was that I had this, I selected all of them, and then I did window, Pathfinder, and it's this unite button so that it makes it all one. And then I use my gradient tool right here. Hold on. Go up here, try that this way. Sometimes it's a little finicky. Edit gradient. And it let me edit it. But sometimes it gets a little finicky with the gradients. If you guys have issues getting your gradient to apply, just let me know and we'll come and help you out with that. So we got that. Up here, it's saying to do a watercolor wet brush and to create little patterns here to add some dimension to her shirt. They were able to do a clipping mask on her. I've not been able to successfully do a clipping mask. If you can figure that one out, come let me know. Because you're supposed to be able to pick different layers, but because this is not all one object, it's not letting me do the clipping mask. So if you can't do that, don't worry about it. Same thing up here with like her bracelet and her headband. I just try to make my marks small enough that they didn't need clipping mask. So that helped out there. For step 12, for the flowers, what I did, I used my pencil tool and just drew a shape. And then I used the direct selection tool here to then go and select and push it out. So that way it covered the flower. And then I added in a gradient that way. So again, this is our flowers underneath here. And then I drew the deal on top, the gradient on top. And I need to go back through and add in the yellow again. And then I'm supposed to do a gradient here on the leaves. So you'll see that right here. My next step is going to be to go back through and add in some more watercolor marks here to basically we're now at the point where the brush strokes that you did your sketch and then you color it in, and then now you're going back through with a watercolor brush to make it look more like a watercolor painting here. Same thing with the hair. You're going to be using the watercolor brush to add in some dimension there. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now. So I can add in more if y'all need it, but at this point it's just following the directions and doing what they tell you to do, because it's just watercolor brushes all the way down and different gradients all the way down. And then the background's the last thing. So, but yeah, that's where I'm stopping for now. And whenever I get done, I'll see if I need to post another video for the day 7, but that's where you guys should be at. So if you're not there pretty soon, let me know where you need help. Right now we're on day 4, so you guys still have 2 more days to get this done. So we're good there. Bye, guys.